Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking about 35 hypoallergenic dog breeds and their temperament, size, and coat. So let's get started. So I've split this list up into terriers, poodles and poodle hybrids like doodles, then water breeds, other smaller breeds, and other larger breeds that are hypoallergenic. But first, you should know that no dog is actually truly hypoallergenic because we as humans react to the dander. Those are the dead skin cells which the dogs shed. And so you can have a reaction to any specific dog, and no dog is going to be truly not cause a reaction. So let's get started with the terriers. The first terrier is the Yorkshire Terrier. I have one myself, so I know quite a bit about them. They're very playful and they absolutely love to play fetch or just run around in the garden. They can be outgoing, but can also be stubborn, have a mind of their own. And from time to time, you can see that they seek companionships. Terriers are often dogs that follow their owners as they go through the house because they want to be close to them. They were initially bred to catch mice and rats in mines, meaning that they have quite a bit of a hunting instinct, which means that they can go after smaller animals like birds or mice or rats, but you can train them to not go after them if you have them as a puppy and show them that that's not a thing that they should be doing and that small animals are totally fine and nothing to worry about. They can live up to 11 to 15 years and weigh between 2 to 5 kilos, but sometimes it can vary and they can weigh more than that. They have a coat which is a mixture of black and blonde or brown. And they need to be, as most of these dogs, brushed quite frequently because stuff can get tangled in their hairs and you need to brush that out to prevent matting. And these dogs also need to get haircuts every now and then because they have hair the same way we do and the same way that we need to get haircuts. Next is the Tibetan Terrier. The Tibetan Terrier can be reserved but also very affectionate, gentle, and loving towards their owners. They don't necessarily like being on their own for a long time because they also enjoy the companionship of their owners, which most of these dogs do, if not all dogs. And they can also be good watchdogs. The backstory of this dog is that they were initially bred in the mountains of Tibet and were thought to bring luck to their owners. So they were sometimes gifted to other people to bring them luck, but they were also used as guard dogs. They weigh between 8 to 14 kilos and can live up to 12 to 15 years. And as most of these dogs in this list, they have minimal shedding. Then the Maltese Terrier. This one is certainly a smaller terrier than the others, with only 3 to 4 kilos in weight. They are very gentle breed, very playful and affectionate towards their owners, and they love running around in the garden. They are so-called, they're always a puppy even if they're old, and they just love running around and playing like they're still a puppy. They also don't like being left alone for long periods of time because they enjoy the companionship of their owners and don't like being apart from them, which means that they can suffer from separation anxiety, which means that they get scared or anxious when they're separated from their owners. The Maltese Terrier typically only has white hair, so if you don't like washing your dog often because they like playing in the mud and things like that, then maybe you shouldn't get a Maltese Terrier, but another one with a different color. Then the Beaver Terrier. The Beaver Terrier was actually, they come from the Yorkshire Terrier, but at some point one of the Yorkshire Terriers in a litter had white and black hair, and this is how the Beaver Terrier was born. So they're basically Yorkshire Terrier just with different colors. They can bark frequently at strangers, but are also very energetic, loyal, and quite intelligent, like most of the other terriers as well. They can also take some time to warm up to strangers because they want to make sure that the stranger is not a threat. They're also not very welcoming of strangers in their house at first, but after some time they'll be fine. They're also quite small, weighing 2 to 4 kilos, and they can live between 12 to 16 years. Then the soft-coated Wheaten Terrier. This terrier is very energetic throughout its life and enjoys playing and running around like a little puppy. They are athletic and bark at strangers to protect their family, but after a short time of getting to know the strangers, they'll be fine and they'll be seen as friends and they won't bark anymore. Like most terriers, these can also suffer from separation anxiety when their owners are away. They are a little bit bigger, weighing 14 to 16 kilos for females or 16 to 18 kilos for males. And they can also live between 12 to 15 years. Next is the West Highland White Terrier, or also called Westies. These are loyal companions, and like lots of terriers, they enjoy digging and barking at strangers to protect their family and property, meaning they're very attentive of their house and yard. They are not lapdogs because they are very tough and sturdy, and they also have a chasing instinct like the Yorkshire Terrier, for example, meaning that as other small animals may not be ideal in the same household. They can weigh between 6 to 10 kilos depending on if you get a male or female. They also live between 12 to 16 years. Next is the Kerry Blue Terrier. This terrier can be strong-headed but loving towards their owners and gentle towards children. They may not get along with other animals as well as dogs. This breed is fast and very intelligent, and they are also used in hunting activities, meaning that they can also have a hunting instinct. They also need daily exercise and make great candidates for herding and agility training to keep them busy. But this also means that these dogs can get bored quite easily because of their intelligence, and that you have to keep them busy to avoid them chewing on your couch and just using their energy on things that you don't want them to do. These dogs can weigh between 15 to 18 kilos and live up to 15 years. Next, the Scottish Terrier. The Scottish Terrier is a playful dog. They are alert and fearless, but they are also kept alone because of their hunting instincts, which can make them incompatible with other smaller animals. They also need quite a lot of exercise and are still gentle, loving, and smart dogs. They can weigh between 8 to 10 kilos and live up to 15 years. Then the Cane Terrier. This dog enjoys a lot of daily exercise like most dogs do, but they can adapt to various lifestyles. They love their family but can also test the limits of their owners, so obedience training is important. And that's the case for every dog that is intelligent, because they'll be intelligent enough to challenge you as the owner and test your limits. They're quite small, weighing between 6 to 8 kilos, and can also live up to 15 years. They come in a variety of colors, and they have a weather-resistant outer coat, but the coat can also change color as they get older. Then the Border Terrier. The Border Terrier is a friendly and calm but very curious and independent breed. They can dig around and learn pretty quickly. They thrive in obedience training and enjoy learning new things, which they'll of course remember for a long time if you keep training them. Shoeing is something that they love doing, so that you need to Be sure to teach them not to do that and direct their energy towards other things that are more productive, like training. And they're a very active breed, so they enjoy running and playing around, and also spending time with other dogs or their owners. They were also originally bred to catch mice and other small animals, meaning that they can also have a hunting instinct if you don't teach them not to have one and not to chase small animals. They can weigh between 6 to 7 kilos and also live up to 15 years. Their coat can also have different colors, from wheat color to reddish, and even have black patches. The Australian Silky Terrier belongs to the toy dogs. They love running around and playing, but can also make good lap dogs, meaning that they can adjust to different lifestyles and different ways that you want to have a dog. Meaning if you like sitting on the couch and cuddling with your dog, they can adjust to that, but if you have a more sporty lifestyle, they can also go jogging and things like that with you. They weigh between 3 to 5 kilos and also live up to 15 years, and they can also have a variety of colors, but also need regular grooming and brushing to maintain the silky texture of their coat. The undercoat of dogs is usually the reason why dogs shed, and since the Silky Terrier doesn't have an undercoat, they also have minimal shedding, like all of these dogs on the list.